Back. Our final segment this morning with Sonya Thomas, Nashville PROPEL Executive Director. Very interesting conversation, some very compelling phone calls. Frankly, some of them depressing. I feel for these people with what they're dealing with, but they're the ones who will make a difference. These parents getting involved with their children's education. We talk a lot about reading here. You're telling me during the break also it's directly linked to mathematics. And the two most important things really to survive in society when you get out. If you don't learn much else, and hopefully you learn a lot more, reading, okay, and mathematics.
Those are the tools that you need to drive the other courses, right?
Right.
Like, so you can
and writing, I guess. Right. But I mean, yeah, reading, writing, and arithmetic. But so math, similar shortcomings when it comes to mathematics?
Absolutely. Like right now, even across the state of Tennessee, we've seen a plummet in math scores, especially with the pandemic, right? You know, because students weren't like in classrooms doing mathematics, kind of hard to do that on a computer.
Yeah.
Right. But if a child is struggling to read, they're probably struggling in mathematics, and vice versa.
All right, I wanted to put that out there. Let's take some more of these phone calls. I think we next have, is it Sodia? Are you there, Sodia?
Yes, I am here. Thank you so much.
Sure.
I'm Sonya Ragland, a Nashville PROPEL Powerful Parent Leader. I just wanted to thank you for taking the time to put a spotlight on what I feel is being swept under the rug. There's so much attention given to reward schools that it's not focused on those schools that are suffering and struggling quietly the most.
That's what you're saying.
I thank you for being loud and proud this morning. I just want to maybe we can shake hands of those in position that are accountable and let them know again that hope has not been diminished. It is time we shift gears and head towards the path so that these children are not left behind or headed towards that pipeline that you mentioned.
Thank you very much. Well, yeah, you've got a lot.
Miss Sadia just graduated from our cohort 15. We have
Which
a
is
15th cohort of parents have gone through our fellowship.
Oh, okay.
So we're at 17 now. So she just graduated.
Well, and she's involved. This is good to hear. I mean, this is what it's going to take. How many members would you say you have? How many parents now have gone?
We have engaged over 3,000 parents
over 3,000.
in the city.
Okay.
And we're not going to stop. We're going to go from one end of the city to the next. We're even engaging you.
Good. Hey, listen, that's good. I'm clearly engaged with what I'm learning this morning, and I'm ashamed to say that some of these numbers I was not. I know there's problems, and I was aware of it, and I know about PROPEL, but I didn't realize some of these numbers that you've given me this morning are just mind-boggling.
And I think that is the scary thing, that our school system is I'm going to say it has so much power as far as the message and the money, that I feel that Nashvillians are really like being blindsided. So what's really going on?
Well, yeah, maybe just the money's there. Okay, we just assume everything's fine. You can't do that.
Well, if you have a school district that is like celebrating and never talking about the issues and how that they're going to address them in the public, then of course you're going to think everything's okay. When we go talk to parents, they're like, my child is doing. The teacher said that my child is doing well, right? And come to find out the child can't read.
All right,
you're looking at a mama that happened to.
Okay. Yeah, and that's an eye-opener. Boys, like, what did you say? Let's go to Cree. Cree, good morning. Hi, Cree.
Good morning, Nicholas. Good morning, Sonya.
Hi, good morning.
My name is Cree. I am a Nashville PROPEL Powerful Parent.
She just graduated.
I am also an angry parent. I hate the fact that they are teaching our children according to their zip code. This is heartbreaking, and it is sad. They call these priority schools, but they're not at the top of their priority. They're getting left behind. I'm calling to make a comment on hoping that the school board is listening. I'm hoping that Adrian Battle is listening. The parents are involved, and we're angry, and we want things done. We don't want just answers. We want action.
Thank you very much. When she talks about by zip code, what does she mean by that?
She means, if anyone is listening, have ever heard of redlining? Redlining is basically there are people on this side of the railroad who are the have-nots, and others on the other side of the railroad that have. And for far too long, black and brown parents and people in this community, it's particularly 37208.
Yep.
We're on the have-nots
Yeah, on
end.
the have-not.
And when you look at 37208, it has the highest incarceration
I know.
rate in the nation.
I've seen, yeah, we've
and
done
some of
stories
the
on that.
lowest performing schools from elementary all the way to high school.
And there is a direct correlation between the two.
Direct correlation.
Absolutely direct. You educate, you get them reading, that other number goes down.
Come on,
There's
now.
just, of course.
You get it. You
Well,
get it.
It's a no. It should be common sense, right?
Everybody should be angry. I'm glad Nick, you should be angry.
Yeah.
The mayor should be angry. Everybody should be losing sleep.
Let's go to Daryl. Daryl, good morning. Hi, Daryl.
Yes, good morning. How are you all doing this morning?
Good.
I've got the comp. So, of course, I'm a African-American father of 2 children. And one of my sons went through the same type of deal when he was younger with reading and mathematics. As you say, both of them there's a direct correlation there. And what I want to say, the comment that I want to make this morning is I'm an engineer by training. And what I would say is that the school system itself is acting as if it was designed to act. It is intended to fail these students in certain cases. And so when you look across the nation, you can't help but see that that's the fact that it's doing exactly what it was designed to do. And so I don't see it changing unless you change the design. In engineering, A plus B equals C.
And Daryl, what do you when you say it's doing what it was designed to do? What's it designed to do?
It's designed to produce students performing in occupations in the workplace, and when those students are identified early, as my son was incorrectly, as one that would not make it in the workplace, then he was labeled.
Gotcha.
And we fought like hell.
Gotcha.
To make that label didn't stick with him.
Yeah.
And so he was cast aside. And so when you got in engineering, when you got a quality defect in a product, you cast it to the side, you reject it. And so it's designed to produce workers. The education system.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of
so much.
thank you for your call. You want to
Daryl,
comment?
please go to our website at NashvillePropel.org. I love it when fathers are speaking up and speaking out, and we need more of our fathers, because a lot of our fathers are looked at as people who don't care, but we have a lot of fathers who care in our movement, who are speaking out on behalf of children all across this city. And so I always get excited when men call on us and when they join us. So please, we need to make sure that people see that our fathers do love and care for their children. And this is the story we hear every day.
Yeah.
Every day, Nick. Every day. Can you imagine waking up every day hearing this from every parent that you talk to?
Yeah. Oh, it's depressing and it's wrong. What he talked about there is the whole idea of discarding someone who doesn't fit the mold of what they're trying to produce out. And I know in a large system, you're going to have a certain paradigm that has to work for a huge number. But we had another call earlier. You got to find a way to model it for the needs of the students so that they all have a chance to succeed. And they're all not going to fit neatly into the same square hole.
They're not.
Yeah, it just doesn't work that way. And you're saying, too, it can be done with a change of the system, but not necessarily, like you said, you're not sitting here saying we need more money. It's more, let's spend this money more wisely in a way that helps everyone.
Yes, and let's look at like best practices across the country, and let's make those adjustments. Like he said, we may have to dismantle a lot of what we thought was the best for Black and brown children.
Sonya, listen, we had so many terrific phone calls. We didn't get to cover a lot of the points here. You got to come back on soon. Will you do it?
I will do it. I promise.
Okay. Well, we should make a point of doing this and talking about it as often as we need to make sure we keep it on the forefront, educate more people. A lot of people watching this show and others, so that we get more parents involved to just get an even playing field for everyone.
I'll come back monthly, or I'll come back bi-weekly, as often as you
I'm going to
have
hold you to it, Sonya Thomas. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is a pleasure. Sonya Thomas, Executive Director of Nashville PROPEL. We will see her again.
Yes. Thank you for calling in.
Yes. We'll take a break. I'll be back with a programming note about tomorrow right after this. Stay with us.